Oh, oh, hello, my sweet. So won't you come with me? Oh, so much to show in this grim dark distillery. So if you like bullshit or want some hobby tips, this nightmare priest Nyan-Binary Herald Magnificent welcomes you. Hello, my sweets. Sorry about that. Note the time. It is 8:03. We literally just started, and Theodore already was screaming at me for attention, so it was like, okay, that's how we're starting the stream. So he is upstairs, and then I am out of breath for having to carry him up and running. Sorry, I gotta catch my breath now. And then singing and all, doing the rigmarole. I did the whole thing. All right, well, as you can see, we are back at it again with the big old crazy Zone Mortalis board. I think that's what we're going to be working on our morning hobby hangs for a little bit. Also, just, metaphorically, I'm also upstairs. Oh, metaphorically, hanging out with Theodore. Oh, are you actually physically upstairs? Also, hi, Possum. Good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome, my sweet. Oh boy. I've just had too many things that I want to work on lately. But I need to stick with one, so we're gonna work on this until it's done. Rip and tear until it's done. And I'm gonna put some tunes on in the background just to keep myself from going kind of crazy. Something not. And we'll just put some mic drive on. It's gonna be loud. Okay, yeah. No, Patrick, metaphorically. And that's what, I'm also upstairs. That's what, yeah, I was just like, okay, that would be, I mean, not metaphorically speaking. Huh. I'm curious. I have questions. Also, Possum, I can't hold it in anymore. I found a new word that I'm not here to kink shame anybody. I think we all know that. But I am so excited to share this word because it makes my heart happy on a level that like I really needed this. I needed to know that there was this in the world to make me kind of feel like a little bit better about just the whole situation. So I think I kept you up to speed, Possum, that I recently found I came across the DEA's list of every official street name for every drug, and I just read through it because I thought, oh boy, I bet there's a lot of fun things in here. I bet there's a lot of funny things that I just, I could probably use a little pick me up right now. And I was right. There was a lot of really funny names for drugs. Biak Biak isn't my favorite still. Absolute favorite. Biak Biak. And then, so yeah, that one thing led to another, and I ended up at. I have not heard that. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I did that. For a while, and see, Kelly and I would play this game, and that's. I'll get to this, but whenever I mentioned this last night, she was like, "You didn't even list any to ask if I could guess to see what it was." And I was like, "I'm sorry, I thought we were going to bed. I didn't know you were wanting to play the full game." Which that's the other part is I would read names of drugs, and she would try to guess what drug that was based on the slang, which was fun. It was quite fun. Because man, I gotta tell you, there are, while you're like, oh okay, yeah, I have some ideas. I mean, this list is long, and when I say that, like, I read them, I did the same thing to Sam when he came over, which was just it's not, sometimes I don't need to like torture my loved ones. It's more of just let me do this thing to you because I feel like it's gonna be really funny but also horrible, and I feel like you can appreciate it. And like that, just the mental barrage of Sam just sitting there while I read. hundreds. I mean, just nonstop, just back to back to back to back to back to back. So it's just like an overwhelming, an overwhelming amount of information. But every now and then you hear something that's just so good, you're just like, wait, what the? And that's when you stop and you have to have a good laugh and you talk about that one for a bit and then you get right back at it. But so one thing led to another, and I ended up finding Kinctionary. It's not, I don't think it's Kinctionary.com, but it was just a Kinctionary on some site. And I think the moment that I found it, I knew it was gold, because I was like, oh man, so like literally anything that anybody could ever be into is going to be listed here, with a lot of like, it's important to document this. Like, that's funny. And it didn't take a while for me to get kind of like, I know what this is. And see, that's where I think I fucked up. I think even if I thought I knew what it was, I should go back and like read back over it, because I've realized that how every one of these entries is written, even if I think I know what they are, I'm gonna be happy that I read them, because there's no way that it's not funny how that they are described, because they are described in one of the most scientific ways possible, which I can't stress enough. Trying to explain kinks with like science first is just hilarious to me. Which, I mean, I get it, but it's still, it's just like, I get it, but like you gotta lead me. I want to know, okay, what happened? Like, what happened this is your thing? I know all my things, but like some things I have to know. So here's where we finally get to it. And again, I am not kink shaming anybody. I literally did not think that this existed. And then immediately upon having it enter my brain, I can't get it out. And it lives there rent free. Just, well, that's fun. At least that is in the world. But denim play. If you are familiar with that possum, I'm not trying to throw you out there or shame your thing, but and that one stopped me dead in my tracks. There was a lot of things that I was like, wow, that seems pretty intense. I wonder what that could be. But then I saw denim play and I said, okay, well, I have no fucking clue what that could be. And I shit you not, it's pretty much just being a never nude, like from Arrested Development, kinda. But I don't think it is. I think it's like if you saw that and you were like, that's what I like. I like when people wear jeans. It's very interesting. But the whole thing that led to me finding a new word that I absolutely love. I know people have a thing for denim, but beyond that, I got nothing. See, and that's, I didn't know that. I've never, other than the never nude thing from Arrested Development, I've never thought of denim even remotely possibly being something sexual. And I will also say, like, before like anyone, like before you think that I'm like kink shaming anyone, no, I absolutely can get it. Like, it didn't take me long before I was like, okay, no. Because, and I think the biggest issue was that I am, one, I guess when I think of denim, I don't think of sexy denim at all. I think of like a dirty pair of jeans. I think of just denim. Like, denim, because, and it's probably also from where I live. Like, because when I see people in denim, there's no fancy denim where I live. Fancy denim does not exist. It's all practical and like farmer denim. So like the idea of putting, hey Mowgli, you're just in time. I found a whole bunch of funny things to talk about. There's also like subcategories of like what, oh yeah, no, possum. That was the other thing. And I was trying to explain that to Kelly, because like she was like, how did you get there? And I was like, oh, I looked up this thing because I was curious. And it was like, yeah, that's the term for somebody that is part of these subcategories, which are parts of these. And I was like, oh fuck, there's like a website that like catalogs this shit. That's hilarious. So then I got there, and then it's just one quick hop to a jump. But yeah, Mowgli, hopefully you're not into denim play, and I'm not going to make you uncomfortable. But I just discovered denim play last night. And it broke my mind because the first sentence, I screenshot it, and it took everything for me not to share it as a story, whenever I found it, because it made my heart happy on a level that like I've not read a word that like I'm glad that this is out there and in the world. But denim play, sometimes referred to as denimatrix play. No, no, I don't think like ripped jeans. I think like really like skin tight jeans, like leather, bondage leather is. I'm assuming it's just like the same things that you would wear for bondage, like regular bondage play. That's all leather, except denim, and that's. I know that can't be it, but that's all that my brain could put together when I found this. Denim overall. See, like that. That's all I can think of. But the phrase or the word denimatrix, as in a dominatrix that only wears denim, is the funniest thing I've heard of in so long. And I cried laughing. Lumberjack kink. And see, that makes even more. No, see, that's different. And I feel like a denim kink would be a part of the lumberjack kink for sure. And so is plaid. Plaid's gotta be. And so is beards, I'm assuming. I'm assuming if you are into lumberjack kink, that's it. I know it's a thing. We don't have to even look at it. I think it's also very encompassing of all denim stuff. So that's what I'm thinking. I think denim play, it's kind of like pet play. Like, which that's a whole, you open up that door and it's just like, there's like 60 different sub doors that you got down there. It's like, oh no, you think that we're talking about the same thing. We're not talking about the same thing. Which incidentally, looking into things that were on that website that were like, hey, here's some facts. I've traveled thousands of miles to plant my thousands of miles to plant my seed. Lumberjack. Lumberjack Nelly. Fuck, what was I gonna say? Canadian tuxedo. Canadian tuxedo? Hell yeah. When I think of Canadian tuxedo, I just think of Ryan Gosling, and I don't remember what he was in, but he in something where he wears just all blue jeans, and it just looks so silly. Fuck, what was I saying? Denimatrix. But yeah, that's fun. Oh, the pet play thing. Here is something that I thought was interesting. According to I think it was the 2022 studies of the UK, what would you all think are the top 3 animals that people like to play as? You'll probably get the first 2. And this is where I asked Kelly, and she also, we also both assumed what the third one would be different. And this is where, again, as you were saying, it's like, is it like all denim stuff? And that's where it's like, well, I don't know if they consider this because one of them is like big enough that it's like its own fucking thing. Dog, cat, horse. So okay. Possum, you got anything? Instead of everyone wearing black at funerals, it's just plaid on denim. Now, is that a lumberjack funeral, or is that like a lumberjack like kink party, or a lumberjack funeral kink party? That actually sounds like something that someone out there is into that. I think Possum might be working. Canadian funeral, Canadian tuxedo for my Canadian funeral. I request a satanic Canadian funeral. Yeah, I don't think Possum is able to respond at the moment. But yes, so dog, correct. That's number 1. Cat is number 2. And this is where Kelly and I also, I am working in my connection right now. It's horrible. Oh, no, you're good, Possum. You're good. I just didn't want to not give you enough time to guess if you wanted to. So horse. Kelly said pony, and I was just like, oh yeah, I completely fucking forgot about ponies. I said rabbit, because rabbit is like a kink mask that like I know is popular because of like the Ariana Grande album. Like that made it like a little bit more mainstream, so like people were less like, oh, everyone's gonna think I'm just a little freak. Wolf, but isn't that a dog? Yeah, so that's the thing. Like, and that is exactly what I was like, well, now I have questions about how they came up with this data, because wolf, but isn't that a dog? The third one, is it pig? It's not pig, it's fox. It was dog, cat, and fox. And I just thought that was so curious, because like, number one, again, like Thought fox for a bit. See, I assumed rabbit, if not, and I didn't even, horse didn't even enter my head, but I think that one, I would bet that one, it probably, I don't even know if they probably included horse, because I think that is such a big kink, like pony play is such a big kink in itself, that I bet that that is like separated from pet play, because that's like, that's when you start like cutting into, damn, what did the fox say? Really did a number in the UK? Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna get into that. Yeah. What was I gonna say? Had something to do with foxes. I decided not to talk about foxes. Foxes are great, man. I like foxes. They're my spirit animal. Like a fox in a kitty suit. If I were a furry, and a big if, I'd be a raccoon, I feel. That is good, Mowgli. I feel like that's a great Mowgli, and there we go. I can't, I don't want to make you feel weird, Mowgli, but I've been kind of, okay, but like, where are they drawing the line? What do you, okay, so, ooh, what do you mean, Possum? Like, where are they drawing the line on what is pet? And that's what I mean. That's the whole thing. It's just like, they publish these facts as though like that's all there is to it. They don't understand that we, the people, we need these answers, and that's like, I don't know. I need to know. I'm like, okay, well, where did you get these informations? Does that include ponies? Like, there's no way. There is no way that pony play. Do you know how much fucking British people, do you know how much they love fucking horses and derby? There's no way that being a pony is not like more likely than fox in that, on that little island. So like puppy stuff is like full on mask. Is cat just like tail and ears? Horse squirrels. So, well, there's cat masks. I've got a kitty mask. But it doesn't, it's like just over the top. They also make cat muzzles, but it's all kinds of, there's all kinds of things. Horse squirrels. See, that's what I mean. Like, and then you get into, like, okay, pony, like pony play and horse squirrels. Those are two different things. But at the same time, it's just like, how far do they, when you do questions like this, I'm wondering who was confused by the excess Chad on the on the box, and also like how many options were on there. Were they like, hey, what animal do you like to pet play as? And they like filled in the blank, or like, I don't know. I would like to run the numbers. I would like to run the numbers again. I don't think that they encompassed everything, and I'm curious. But yeah, Mowgli, I got to tell you, I've been trying to think of, I was like, man, if I was going to make a little image, a little sketch of myself as my little character, my little animated character, as well as like my regulars as little animated animals. It is a shame that Mowgli did not have like anything other than like a little Indian boy to like associate with in my brain, because I'm just like, that can't be it. It can't be like me as a cat and some other anthropomorphic animals, and then just Mowgli from the Jungle Book, because that just seems racist as fuck. And also like, I can't do that. I can't use Mowgli. But a raccoon, I think you're right. Raccoons, they're great. I can't stress enough as like, maybe, I don't know. I mean, that kind of is like a cat fox. The cat fox is kind of like a raccoon. Would I be a raccoon? Am I a raccoon? Have I been a raccoon this whole time? I have thumbs. Pocahontas' raccoon is named Miko. That's great. Therefore, is fox just ears and tail? That makes sense to me. So, I'm Native American. Who here is enjoying the Jimothy content? Oh, so yeah, Jimothy is a huge hit in this house, as you can imagine. Kelly is obsessed with Jimothy. But as far as playing all that, Possum, to answer that, I think literally equipment is like just a secondary thing. Like, it's all like literally just mental space. Like, you don't need any of those things to like make you feel like that, but some people find like getting more into that. I think it just, and that is like me talking about that, as opposed to like, I think it's just everything is like everything. It's all going to be very. I think it's the question itself. It's I want to see how they came up with the numbers, because I feel like that's just it. The moment that you're like, hey, we're going to run a thing about kinks, it's just like I don't feel like we're going to have a true accurate poll, no matter how the fuck we do it, because just anything, it's just, even if you like remove kink, just anything that is like, hey, your brain, like attraction or, you know, taste, like it's I'm curious how the numbers, because again, when it comes to, just like you said, it's like, where do they draw the line? It's like, is goth girls a kink? Oh, absolutely, that's definitely, let me check. I'm sure, I am absolutely sure it definitely is. Let's see. D. G. According to here, no. No, it goes from a GA to a GR. So no goth, which is, that's surprising. So that's, I mean, they have, I can't stress enough, it's not that I don't think that they don't have it on. God. I just read one of the things that I hate on like such a level. I hate that. Blech. No. No. Now I'm mentally upset. Always have their comments off. So there's that. I feel like I've seen plenty of UK e-girls in fox ears, tails, etc. Oh yeah, yeah, or cat ears. When you look at the, I was trying to explain this bit to Kelly. I was like, well, I mean, I know Austin, Texas has a ton of femboys, not necessarily cat boys or cat girls, just a very large amount of femboys. Which is where that joke of there's two Texans in you, the El Paso and the Austin one, which I thought that meme was very funny. Twinks. Possibly girls who make masks and run on all fours always have their comments off. Twinks. The girls who make masks and run on all fours always have their comments off. I don't know why that resonates as funny as it does with me, Mowgli, but that's constantly have the comments off. You can't ask them. I just have so many questions. I can't stress that they know it's weird, right? So that's, I mean, dude, I remember the time in my life, like I'm not yucking anybody's yum. I'm a little freak. Like, I'll be the first one to admit that. But there's some things I just don't understand. It was just like, man. But at the same time, I say that and I'm like, I know that there's things that like, I'm like, oh, I love that. And it's just like, why the fuck do you like that? And it's like, well, you're just not going to get it. You weren't fucked up the same way I was. But maybe. I think there's, when I think of horse girls, and I think I've talked about this before, the very first thing that comes to my mind is, and because of where, I think it's because of where I live. And I think that 100% the UK probably also has a lot of crossover with that, because they like horses so much. Because whenever they found out that we were from Kentucky, they were like, oh, like the Derby. That was the first thing that they were excited about, was the Derby, and then the Kentucky Fried Chicken. And only the Frenchmen It's the only person that island that understood what my state truly gave to mankind with bourbon. I would have thought of Bourbon. Thank you, you beautiful Frenchman. But yeah, no, they really like horses over there. So I could see that would be their thing, like pony play. But see, and again, that's the whole. I think within that, there are like 7 different things. Like, oh no, this isn't sexual because this is the one that like I didn't know this existed, and I'm not kink shaming. I'm not. It's not a kink. That's it. That's the thing. It's just like this one's not a kink from what I understand. But the hobby horsing is one of the wildest things that I've ever fucking learned about. And it's like, apparently they have like national like contests for this at like my local, like friendly local gaming store. And I fuck with that, do your thing, girl. Get your freak on. But you need to know that you're getting your freak on. That's it. That's it. High jumping content. Yeah, did you guys watch that horror comedy about the Scottish Highlands with the kids going on a hike? I don't think so, not yet, if it's a comedy. But yeah, no, that's it. It's just like, I can't stress enough. Do what you want, but just know that you're a little weirdo. Like, no, that's not normal. And be like, oh, okay. I'm not saying like, be proud in it. Be proud in being like, yeah, I'm a little weirdo. But don't think that's normal for a second, because that's not. Like, I know all the things that like I'm into that other people are probably like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I know that those things aren't normal. That's why they're like, they are what they are. But yeah, I feel like there's a big difference between like, there's just some things, I don't know. It's weird, like, and I say this as someone who's just like over here fucking like making chastity cage models and shit. So there's really some hypocrisy in here, but it's just like, at some point I feel like it has to be somewhat sexual, like, you know what I mean? Like, not, but masturbatory if you are, there's just some part of it that I think some things that are so unusual that I think you have to, at some part of you has to be like, man, this is strange and it's weird that I'm doing this and these people like watching me do it in public. Get duked is what the movie is called. Get a room. That's right. So yeah, it's normalized kink shaming people enjoying their kink in public. Your Figs has a horse kink, right? Wait, what now? Your Finley local news has a horse kink night. Am I misunderstanding something here? No, so that's it depends. I don't want to say kink shame people enjoying their kink in public, because I'm not going to say that. It depends what it is. Don't trick people into stepping on you in a rug, though. Don't trick anybody. That's weird. I don't know. It's all weird. It's all weird and hard to say. And the rules are. It's hard to define lines on these things. But the hobby horsing, no, it's not. There's a time and place for everything. Exactly. But I don't know. Joke's on you. Their kink is both public exhibitionism and that's it. That's what I mean. So that's the thing. Is it's just that's it. And I found a patch on Instagram that I was like, oh fuck yeah, I actually 100% would rock that. It was kink shame me, please. No, go on, do it, please. But yeah, it's hard. It's a hard one. I don't know. Oh fuck, the local Denny's is not where we dress as a baby and make the entire room uncomfortable. Now, yeah, there you go, baby. You wanna there, that's a quick and easy one, a free one for anyone who's like, hey, how do I make Eli uncomfortable? Dress up like a baby. Talk to me about being really into like baby stuff. it makes my fucking skin crawl. I can't. There are a few things that like I can play in some places, and then there's just like I can only joke around for so long before I'm like, okay, I hate this. I can't play in this anymore. I'm about to unzip my skin and just jump out and leave this whole place. Binky diaper bib, the whole 9 yards. Oh God. Denny's syrup foot chopping beer. Oh no. What? I don't know what that. I don't know. Those are awful. All those are awful. When I think of Denny's, I just think, what the fuck is up, Denny's? Just that super fucking sick hardcore show in a fucking Denny's. I don't know if any of you all have ever been to those kinds of things. They are always some of the fucking most awkward situations, but man, I don't have a single regret of any of the most awkward shows that I've ever played in my life. They're some of the most like fever dream memories that I have, and I'm like, did that happen? Yeah, that was real. We played at a Mexican restaurant in the town over to us. Fern Teeth, we never played in our hometown. That was part of it. Anywho, coffee. It's only 8:34. I'm doing it. I went to a show at a tire place on Saturday. Fuck yeah, that's rad as hell. Every time. Only thing that sucks about the Denny's show is no one was going to help the kid pay for the damages. Oh yeah. Went to a Waffle House and all the lights on the sign were messed up. Just said F house. Hell yeah. House. Welcome to house. What the hell do you want? I like Waffle House. It has a very special place in my heart, but I really am not one to often be like. Actually, I'm not one to ever be like, let's go to Waffle House, and that I do think that makes Kelly sad. She wants to go to Waffle House more often than I do. I'm a hermit though. I think we all know that. I have not got dick done on this other than like slight picking around. I've just been talking and yapping, but I just had so much to talk about, you know? You don't learn about denim play every day. Unless you have a short-term memory and you have like a little note like memento to like when you wake up every day, you're like, oh fuck, denim play, what's that? Which, that's about as funny of a thing that I think you could write on your arm if you have the memento thing going on. Denimatrix? What the fuck? Denimatrix? Okay. Am I a Denimatrix? Am I looking for one? Memento, but the movie ends at like a real weird party. Danny DeVito's there as the penguin. Penguin Danny DeVito. I'm IHOP's biggest hater. Never been to a Waffle House. Really? I don't know if there's any around here. I don't know, I'm ugly. I fucking hate IHOP. Yeah. The closest IHOP used to be in Nashville, which is like 2 hours from where I am. But like at one point in time, it was like, oh yeah, you know, if we're going to Nashville, like gonna get IHOP. But I think that was more of like the person that I was like with at the time. Me personally, I like my breakfast foods at home. I think that's it. Like I like to have my brekkie in the house as opposed to going and having it. But at the same time, I do like in my youth, I did like a 3 a.m. random trip to get food. The world's just different now. It's weird thinking about how wildly different things have changed. But yeah, that definitely has an impact. Whoop. Come on now. What are you doing in there, you silly little goof? Get out of there. Can you guys see what the hell I'm doing? You guys can't even see what I'm doing. I'm assuming your guys' Denny's also had like the the smoking section. Like, that's a key part of Denny's for me, is the remembering the little smoking section, which is still there. At least in ours. I think I've talked about, like, our Denny's sign killed somebody. Killed 2 people, actually. I think that was probably last year. Probably pretty early on. But yeah, it fell and just obliterated a fucking car. Yeah, in the fucking 90s. 1 a.m. Denny's followed by the immediate mad dash home so I can shit my guts. We can start in it. I don't eat breakfast and sometimes not lunch. We have a mom and pop place called Shortcakes. It smells like oil spit. Oh man, the fucking 90s. Man. Okay, so like, yeah, like, I'm almost certain that the glass smoking room is still there in our Denny's. I don't think they ever took it down. It's just like a little private room now, and I think old people get to, if the old people want it, they get the priority, I think. At least that's how I remember it being. But that's probably also a lot of just hostess. I don't know. I've literally never worked in food industry, so I don't know how any of that works. But yeah, no. No, like last year, the sign. I think it was like, it wasn't last year. It was probably, fuck, it's been in the past two years since that sign fell off. But yeah, fucking brutal. Beep, beep, beep. I turned into an Orange Theory, and I'll never be not mad about it. Is an Orange Theory I assume it's like a mango, like an orange mango, like a frozen yogurt thing, or a Jamba Juice. I assume one of those kinds of things. Show up to the funeral with a Denny shirt. One of my cousins showed up to one of our cousins' funerals in a Magic School Bus shirt, but my cousin would have absolutely liked that. So it depends. It depends on. There's a time and place. It depends on who it was. Did they die to a bus though? No, it's a fitness place. Okay, hold on. I turned to an Orange Theory. It's a fitness place. Wow, that's fucking wild. Did they die to a bus though? Did any sign? Show up in a Denny shirt. Oh yeah, no. Showing up to the funeral where someone died to the Denny sign. That'd be fucked. Unless, and I'm throwing this out there, I don't know, but if it's a situation where like, yeah, no, they, oddly enough, they fucking loved Denny's. And weirdly enough, the last thing they said was, you know, that was the best thing we've ever eaten. I hope when I die, I hope it's at Denny's. And then the sign was just like, then it's not as sad. Then it's just like, that's what they wanted. But I don't think that's probably what happened. But we can say that if we need to. I'm a little sweaty. I'm the smelly kitty in the basement. It's me. Wink. Just a little sweaty. It's all this yapping. Some Guru stuff. What if getting crushed by Denny sign was their... Yeah, I've been thinking about, should I go to a random funeral and speaking on stage? Mowgli, I can't stress enough how much I support that kind of absolute fucking unhinged, insane behavior. Like, I hope, like, that's me personally. I don't, every time someone's like, what do you want? Like, you know, when you die, it's just like, no one actually wants to have that conversation with me because like I'm just like, dude, I don't fucking care. I hope you do something really fucking funny because that's what I'd like. I'd like something unhinged, like the most memorable funeral anyone has ever been to, because it's like traumatizing on like levels that like no one ever expected in the silliest way. Like you think you're going to a funeral, but it was also kind of like showing up to a surprise Pee-wee's Playhouse. I Was Your Father's Love. Yeah, there you go. Just Death at a Funeral. Them. I love that movie. The original British one with Pete Inks, which I mean they both have Pete Inks though. I Was Your Father's Lover. Yeah, I have the original one. I almost fucking died the first time I saw that movie. It is so funny. When he fucking goes in the coffin with him. Love it. There's a man in the coffin. Yeah. I Wish Your Father's Lover. All right, my sweets. Let's start doing the thing, you know? What do we got to do? What do we need to do to change or to fix to get to the next step? I've just been yapping and talking, but it's been great because I've been needing to yap. This cutie likes a nice yapping. We need to start adding some more texture to cover up those things. I remember now. I remember what I'm doing. There we go. Sorry, 1 second, my sweets. I need to look through that book. I've got a board game coming soon from a Kickstarter that I backed that I'm really excited about. Let's see, it's Fable and Flame. Flame and Fable. There we go. Also, pro tip to get into anything for free is just help someone carry stuff. That's it. I can't stress that enough. And that's another thing. If you want a real pro tip, find a local 2-piece. Or set up 24 hours in advance. Just hide. Just stay overnight in the bar. That way you never have to pay to get in because you were already there. But you got to hide and wait for enough people to come in that they don't notice that you were already there. Because like if you show up and it's just like, when the fuck did you come in? It's like, the other guy got me. I'm the only one here. Fuck. But yeah, my buddy Cameron would go and like help us set shit up. Every time we played at Magbar, he would go with us and would not only get in for free, but he would drink for free. Like he also would get drink tickets. Because like we would get there and he'd be like, "Oh, hey man, what do you want?" And it's like, "Oh, I'll have this." And then you would like look at him and be like, "Oh, I'll have I'll have a Coors." And it's just like he didn't miss a beat. Like I loved it. They were like, "All right, and you?" And he was like, "I'll have this." And Sean and I would just be like, "Hell yeah!" And then Cameron just like, "Hell yeah." Yeah, I'm very, very pro. That's the thing. Like if you, it's not like when they do like drink tickets typically at bars, it's like a per person, not per band. So like if the fucking like 5-piece, gets tickets versus like 2 dudes, it's just like if they did it like per band, like Sean and I each get just a fuck ton of beers, just 5 beers each for free, as opposed to 2. But I'll tell you, one of my favorite places, if you're going to pay me in things other than money to do things, there are a few things that I like getting paid in more than pizza. And by that, I mean like New York style pizza. Fuck yeah, baby. Spinelli's. I love I love playing at Spinelli's just to get paid in pizza. It's good. It's a good thing. It's a win-win. And that's the other thing is like, so then that's where it works out actually a lot more because again, if you have a 5-piece and your band gets a pizza, that sucks. But if you're a 2-piece and your whole band gets a giant ass fucking like New York style large pizza, that's like, dude, we ate pizza and then we go home because we live together, and we have pizza tomorrow. Also, I don't know if I've ever talked about the fact that we did looked into a lot of things in an attempt to, hey, how do we make this work for us better? And I cannot stress enough, I think one of the funniest things that we did to get things to just work smoother for our lives was when we got a joint bank account. And keep in mind, it's just like we worked together, we both worked at the same company, we lived together, worked together, lived together, in a band together, had a joint bank account. When we filled out that joint bank account, and all like you're just like, okay, and can I get your information? Okay, and now your information. Okay, and where do you live? And where do you live? And it's just the amount of really awkward like, oh, we pretty much left and we were like, oh, they 100% thought that we were dating. Like 100%. That's fine. It's just like, no, we're not. Just almost. But yeah, then we were like, well, how much, what's the savings like actually if you get married for tax reasons? And that's pretty much where that bit kind of ended. Probably is worth it. I definitely just walked past the line at Fantasy Fest and walked in with people because I could. And I went to the show on Saturday for free, and all I had to do was carry a couple boxes. That's it, dude. Like, carry shit in, look like you belong there. I say this as someone who's just like, how do you do blank? And it's just like, you can literally do anything as long as you look like you're supposed to. There was a dude, I'm not going to use his name, but he was pretty legendary around where we lived because of the sheer amount of brazen shit that he stole. It was so wild, but including a fucking big screen TV. Like, just walked in, put on a vest, put a big screen TV in a cart, walked out. And then, like, I think the only thing he ended up getting called for was just something comical. But they had, like, all the other shit to bust him with. But yeah, the amount of things, he was like, oh no, just do this. I used to sneak into tall buildings to get to the roof. Yeah, enough confidence can get you in. That's it, enough confidence can get you anywhere. I was thinking about this the other day. I had an interview where a retired, like, Navy drill sergeant asked me for, I think, 3 words to describe myself. And the person that was doing the interview with me, I had worked with her before, and she was like, I had 2, and she was like, oh, come on. I was telling him one, the other day. She was like, come on, it starts with a C. And I was like, oh, charming. So yeah, I cannot stress enough. One of the 3 words I used to describe myself was charming to this older Navy vet. And I got the job. I must be pretty charming. That's all I'm saying. Charmed his pants off. Not literally. Metaphorically speaking. The word she was looking for was actually creative. I would later find that out. But no wonder you got the job. Yeah, no, the moral of the story is say something with enough confidence and enough confidence on your face to where people are like, that guy's a serial killer. And yeah, you could probably do damn near anything. Damn it. Come on now. Yeah, I was gonna start doing this. It's 8:53. I've got to pee. But I'll do this for just a little bit before I start getting ready to go take my little break. Boop, boop, boop. Let's get crazy with it. Not really, we're not getting too crazy. So pretty much, just gonna come over here. Poke. My break starts in 5. We'll sync it. We'll sync it. So pretty much, yeah, like right here, same thing. You can hear the little zzz, where it's not truly level. And I can't get, yeah, you can see the little lines there. I'm pretty much just going to be trying to slowly fill. Also, didn't pay for tickets at between 2 cons and absolutely just walked into panels in the free-play area. Yeah. What are they going to do? Stop me? Yeah, the only time, so at like Adepticon, like I am very glad that I did get my little badge like when I did, because they did ask to see my badge when I was playing with Atri. So that would have been embarrassing if I was like, oh, I don't have a badge. But I had to get a badge to enter Golden Demon. So if you're not doing anything, like if you're not entering anything or playing anything that requires a badge, I think hanging out and using tables that are just set up for free, there's no reason that you should have to pay. Unless physical space is a big concern. But the thing is, you're probably going to be stimulating the economy of the convention, no matter what. But who's to say? We need, what are you going to do? Stop me. Oh man, I just remembered. I got to open up the stinkiest of glue. My heart, she is sad for this glue. This is very stinky. Oh God, I can smell it. What are they going to do? Stop me? They'll never catch the possum. Hiss. Yeah, I think I might need to turn that like... Nah, I'm not at all. I'm just going to get it wet with some glue. And also, I'm not going to be able to do that with a little thing. I'm going to have to use my hands. Yeah, just a little bit of this baking soda is going to break up those lines. That way you cannot tell. And yeah, we're going to lose some, detail on these other parts, but that's not really, we're not really worried about that because I'm already covering half this in just goop. In the goop. Also, theoretically, they just marked people's hands with a jumbo red Sharpie, so you could just have one for every show they put on and just walk. Yeah, no, I mean and that's absolutely like when I was younger. I definitely had a buddy that put on lots of shows, and that was what he would do. He's like, oh no, man, he's like, you just walk in. I came in earlier. Just figure out how they were marking it. Yeah, breaking, go pee. We would lick the stamp and rub it onto you. Nice. All right, my sweets. I will be right back. I gotta go pee. BRB. and say, hey man, some stamps coming off. Yeah, exactly. See you right back. Booty, boo boo.
she comes, she's made of bronze and stone. And I'm just fur and teeth and blood and bitter angry bones.
And we're back. Sorry about that. Beep, boop, boop. Okay. God, this smells so fucking bad. Oh my God, that smells so bad. Stop being so stinky. Stinky. It is. It's so stinky. I hate it. Why? Why so stinky? Okay. Nope, just a little bit more over there. Okay. There's one corner. Now this one. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do. Oh, I definitely can. So this one. Alrighty. The Dynamatrix. And that was the other side of it. It was just like, okay, that also, a Dynamatrix, all I can think of is like a version of the Matrix where everything's made of fucking denim. There was that. There's just a lot of things. Fun word, man. Oh, I also learned My favorite hardcore dance move to watch is what I like to call hardcore sharks and minnows. What is hardcore sharks and minnows? I'm not familiar with that. Boy, I need you to get in that chair. Mm-hmm. Good boy. Windmills, lame. Spin kicks, boring. Punching the ground, so pass a two-step, overdone. Sharks and minnows. I'm curious. So what is sharks and minnows? Is that like one person's a shark and other people are minnows and you chase them? Like, I like that. But I like it even better if you're just like walking aggressively from the left side of the venue to the right side of the venue. Sick as fuck. Oh, is that sharks and minnows? If that's sharks and minnows, then yeah, no, I fuck with that. That's so good. I love that. Where it just looks like you're gonna fucking wall of death or just, you know, open up the pit at some point. But the pit never opens up. It's just fucking sharks and minnows the whole fucking time. I like that. All right, open up that fucking pit. I want to see nothing but sharks and minnows for the next 35 minutes straight. Yeah, I think we're on the same page. Are we on the, is that right? Bam! I'm happy with that. That looks good. That looks good. That looks filthy. Looks so dirty. Oh no. So dirty. Yeah. Motherfucker. I know you're not just sitting down there trying to look like a bunch of lines. Making me look like I didn't do this. In my own dojo. Hardcore sharks and minnows doesn't have any sharks. That's hell yeah. I love it. I'm in. What did I just knock off? My pliers, which went into the mat like that's the sound. I'm just trying to get my NPC on. Just that's the new gimmick that I'm going for. Just I'll just be in the background working like you're at some like weird little shop. Oh, ooh. Then steps out first. No, the person sits in the corner and steps up. People walk across an empty dance floor for the sole purpose of being the other side. Like, yeah, it's good. At one point, a band called out that they wanted to see people move left to right and right to left. It really just looked like a game. Everyone was just smoking. Nice. I really enjoy that Polyphia is all about walls of death and slam dancing at their shows because of the if you've, I mean, are familiar, it's a bit like it's very silly. They're, I mean, practically a pop band. They are pop band, but they're also the most metal band in the world. Beep boop bop. DMT. Okay, wait, do you mean like everyone just smoking in the crowd, cigarettes, weed, vapes, whatever, DMT? Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah, no, that's why Mowgli had to step out. He only smokes DMT casually. He kept just like, dude, I mean, yeah, it's a safe environment. Like they really don't say anything about anything. It might be too much. Like they're cool with you just showing up doing DMT. Oh, that's Mowgli. He does DMT. Don't worry about it. It's cool. It's cool. He's responsible. I can't even imagine. I don't know. Like DMT. Like I'm not again yucking anybody's yum. That the idea of that for me sounds utterly horrifying, but I think that's probably because of just my imagination and just the knowing that like this is the chemical I get when I die. There's no way my brain can handle that. Looks like there's a bunch of hair in there. Is it hair? Or is it glue? I don't know. We'll find out, my sweet. Boo boop boop boo doo doo doo. It was glue. Well, that one was. Is this glue? It's glue. It's still glue. Don't worry. No hair. No hair got in here. DMT. I just want to say, how the fuck did we get on stage? DMT, baby. I think I've talked about that time my buddy went to a party on New Year's and like our friends forgot him because he passed out on a kitchen table. And when he woke up, everybody in the room cheered and he didn't know where he was or who any of the people were. I can't imagine how just a wild fever dream that would have been, but he was just like, just all these people were like, yeah. So pretty much made their way like out, like called her friend. They're like, oh no, we left you, shit. And he's like, can you come get me? He's like, no, we can't, none of us can drive, blah blah blah. And there was this dude that was there. He was like, hey, I know where they went. And he pretty much, went with them and took forever, just went on this crazy, all the back streets, every back street for like an hour, and then eventually got there, and then found out the next day that the dude was on mescaline. And it's just like, I enjoy that. That's a fun story. It's like, I'm glad nobody got hurt. Happy ending. You went on a journey you didn't know you were going on. You didn't get hurt. I feel like it's got a happy ending. That's another horrifying thing. I don't know. Kelly and I were talking about that the other day. There's just a lot of things on the list of I don't think I ever want to try that. I don't think I can handle that. I'm barely grounded to reality as it is. Man, I really fucked this glue up, I'm guessing. I knew a girl who said she got given a speedball or some shit without knowing and got left ODing on the couch because everyone else went to prom. Yeah, no, that's what I mean. Like that kind of shit. Like, again, this same story also is like, where all my friends went to school. I did not go because I 100% was like, yeah, I know how that's gonna go down. It was just a hundo percent party school, and like, you know, one of our friends died, like a couple of our friends died. So it's just a, and then majority got addiction. Like vast majority did not graduate. They just, it was a party school. So it was just glad I did not. Fuck me. Glad that I did not get involved in that any more than I did. I don't remember where I was fully going with that outside of funny story. At the same time, around that time, there was a dude that was sneaking into people's dorm rooms and tickling them while they were asleep in the dark. Just tickle, tickle, tickle. They called him the night tickler. But yeah, no, a lot of that, a lot of horrifying stories of like, oh wow, I didn't know this was gonna happen. Just like, and that's why I don't do blank anymore. And it's just like, yeah, I don't blame you. I've heard enough or seen enough of those that I'm just like, I have no desire to even remotely risk the possibility. It's kind of like the I'm sure you guys have seen the meme about the girl that was like, yeah, you know, Kanye West was telling me to do stuff like mentally. It's like, I know that person, unless the one that is a second one. I do think there are. It's not just a one-time thing. The most recent one that I heard about, I think, was someone Kelly's age, but the first time that happened was someone that we went to school with, kind of. Wild shit, dude. Don't let Kanye in your dreams. That is not gonna work. I need to fill that gap. So when I was younger, my mother would dancer of the night. She once got drugged, and my that is so scary. That's a scary. Did you all ever watch Blink Twice? That was one of my recommendations, but it deals. Yes, God, man, that. Fuck me. That is one of the scariest movies because I think that's the only movie that I've ever seen that I think handled coming out of being A, blackout, or B, drugged, like coming out of like disorientation, like you are not where you were when you went to sleep. A lot has happened since you were asleep. It's the only movie I think I've ever seen that like fully something is very hot, I guess. Sizzling babies. Yeah, I guess it's the glue. I guess the glue is really fucking hot. But yeah, it's just one of the best like visual scenes showing like, oh, this is how it feels like waking up from this, which is why it hits so hard and it's just like, oh my God, Jesus Christ, this is horrifying. Yeah, I had some friends that got drugged at a bar and woke up after they had hit like a fucking tree. It's not good. Not good. Don't drug people. Scary shit, man. Yeah, I'm so afraid of getting like, yeah, it's just not good. The world's a scary place. Sometimes. Okay. I think that will work. And then once that's dry, we're going to pretty much go over it with the PV. We just need it to stick. Yeah, that's some scary shit. Going back to the Denny's, it's like a Waffle House. It's like, again, like probably also just like now that I'm an adult, just being like, oh yeah, you know, we dodged a bullet with that sex offender named Merlin that we had met at, you know, Waffle House at 3 a.m. when I was in high school. Why risk it now? You know? I might end up re-gluing that, but we might. Mm-hmm. I think that's all the edges and corners in there. Lots of grit. Mm-hmm. Alrighty, I think that's the grit on those sides, and then we can do this one. Sorry about that, my sweets. Went to a party with a girl who had taken pills without me knowing. Jesus. Yeah, that's horrifying. That reminds me of some grinding on me, crying on me shit. It really does. It really does when you're just like, dude, I have no idea what is even happening right now. That is absolutely the same feeling that I had at that Lucero show with the dude from fucking Ink Masters looking at me like, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing to that girl? I was like, I don't even know this person. This person's clearly fucked up. She's grinding and crying on me. I just showed up here. Do I look like I hit and make people sad? I try not to make women sad anytime. Why would I do it here? But yeah, it's not good, not fun. I would say between the grinding on me, crying on me girl or the poop gun. The girl that worked at a chicken plant and was really excited to tell me about if she like moves up 2 more positions, she'll get to use the poop gun. Those are probably the 2 most memorable complete strangers that I've seen a band with and walked away thinking, I wonder what the fuck their story was. But also, I'm so glad I only know that little bit. Gonna need to fill that in too. Yeah, not a fan. Don't drug people. Don't let people drug you. Yeah. Yeah, you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay. Howdy, y'all. Hey, Dark, how are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. How are things going for you? Hopefully good. Boop, 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 boop. Looking great now. This stream. Oh, thank you. I barely managed to see anything last stream since I went AFK almost instantly. I'm good. Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah, hell yeah. I'm at a point now that I'm like, I've got everything nice and covered in glue, so it needs to dry. I've got one more side. I don't think I did that one yet. But we're getting all the poor print quality issues kind of fixed. I'm just filling in those lines, kind of. And I'm sure that I'm going to end up doing more over top of it after it's dried, probably, just from looking at how much it's probably. It's the dark dude. Yeah, no, it's great to have you. Great to have you with us. Boopa boopa boopa. We've covered a lot of ground. Dark, are you familiar with denim play? We've been talking about a lot of denim play today. And if you're not, don't worry, because neither were we. But it's your new favorite kink. And if it's already your favorite, I'm not shaming. It's a... And if it is, I've got questions. So that's a bullet to dodge. If you're trying to turn it around on us, we all have a lot of questions about denim. Can't say I'm familiar with that, lol. Yeah, okay, hell yeah. So, I gotta get some water. I will be right back because I'm gonna need to wet my whistle to explain this. Long story short, I found a list of the DEA's street names for every drug ever, and I've gotten the habit of barraging people, namely my wife and my buddy Sam. I will do some research and report back. Oh, I'll come right back and I'll tell you. We'll talk about some denim play. But yeah, so I found the DEA thing and all the names, street names for drugs, and that was fun. And one thing led to another, and I found Kinktionary on I think FetLife.com. But like, it's just a list of every like kink, but it's in a very like scientifically document. Like, we did our research. This is very serious. This is serious stuff. And oh boy. Same thing. It's the same thing as the DEA's list of names for drugs, but people's kinks. And it took a long time. It didn't take long at all for me to find something that I did not know what it meant, and now I know I need to go back and read the ones that I thought I knew. But denim play, it's like BDSM, but instead of leather, it's denim, and I assume it's just like latex and leather, but like, yeah. See, that's what I think too. But I guess the key thing that you need to know, and this is now one of my favorite words I've ever heard, but it's sometimes referred to as denimatrix play, as in like a dominatrix, but denim. And yeah, it's just that, a denimatrix. That is a whole... It sounds like a fun like character class in some like fucking like High on Life game, like something that like just Joe. It doesn't sound real. Yeah, I got to get some water. I'll be right back. But yeah, I'm really excited to talk about that, and that's pretty much the extent of it. Is that I just like that I learned a new word, and it's really fun because I just don't know. I don't know. It's just I can't imagine being like I'm a denimatrix and like saying that and not kind of laughing at the end. Or expecting everyone to also kind of giggle. Very silly sounding. It just sounds silly as hell. And that's coming from me. I'm a silly goof. I spilled water all over myself. That's some Merkborg nonsense right there. It really is. That's it. It's just like a Denimatrix absolutely sounds like a Merkborg character class. And it's like someone that dominates denim and like manipulates it to their will. There you go. Workshopped it. I love that. That's a fun thing. That's a fun thing. Also, now that you're here, we have a resident of the UK. Dark, I'm assuming you are familiar with pet play. What do you think, according to, and don't look it up, don't cheat. What do you think, according to 2022 consensus of the UK, the top 3 animals played as are? It's going to blow my mind if Dark gets this. If anyone's going to get it, it's going to be Dark. Not that, like, I'm saying Dark is really into pet play. I'm saying Dark's typically the one to make me... The only person that can ever... I'm like, I bet $1. No one will... And just like, I think I'll figure it out. And just like, damn it. Now I owe Dark $1. Puppy, kitten, pony. Okay, man, now... Okay, so, yeah, so... Okay, so I think it's dog, cat, pony, or puppy, kitten, pony, I suppose. So, yeah, no, we're all... And that's... It's fox. It's puppy, kitten, fox. And I am the minister of propaganda, so I assume it's my business to know. I assume it's your business to know. It just sounds like Denim Matrix, and that is either the Matrix, but instead of leather jackets and pants, it's denim dusters or Matrix. That is absolutely I like that take on it too. It's one of those things, but it's nothing sexual. Like that is, I don't know. It's been a while since I've heard like a kink term that I'm like, if someone said this to me, I think I could figure it out. That one I would have no fucking clue. I'm like, and I know that like the first thing that pops in my head is, you mean like a never nude? I know that's not right, and that's probably offensive, but it's just like, it's been a while since like I found something that I don't understand on that level, because like I can typically just be like, yeah, I can get it. But yeah, no, it's not a pony. Denim Matrix is the Matrix, but it takes place in Canada. Oh my god, yeah, all these things. My stomach's hurt. The Matrix, but everyone wearing like double and triple denim is wild. Like gaming, it really is. Like, because also when you think about the Matrix, it's like, I mean, technically that was a fucking option the whole time. They could have just been like the Matrix, but everyone was wearing denim the whole time. It's a completely different movie, but also not different at all. But it is utterly different in every way. Like, if the Matrix is making everybody wear denim, how serious does it take anybody and itself? That's all I can think of. It's so good. That's so good. I love it. I'm so happy that I now have this word in my vocabulary and to share it with you all. Shit. But yeah, no, the thing about the pet play, I was very shocked, and this led us to we need to see the numbers. I think the consensus, initially I said, because Kelly and I, of course, we discussed this before I'm bringing it to you all, but she was like, oh, and she said the same thing that you all did. I said, the Matrix, but sponsored by Levi's. Levi's is proud to present the Matrix, Denim Matrix, coming to you live, featuring Cirque du Soleil. Holy fuck, Cirque du Soleil presents Denim Matrix. A Grimdark Distillery production. We got them. They agreed. I don't even know how fucking pumped. That is a huge difference. That's like, dude, if House Strays were Hawaiian shirts, it really is. It is such a, I guess that's it. I'm so glad that I have people who appreciate the things that I find really funny. Like, it's just that fundamentally, like, I don't understand, because it is such a Animatrix move over. We got a new ancillary. Oh yeah, it's a whole, God, like, man, what a fun. I'm so happy that we found this word. And I'm sure, I mean, statistically speaking, maybe one of our members is a Denimatrix, and they will feel comfortable talking to us about it, and we won't find it as fun anymore. But I kind of don't want that to happen. I'm hoping they're going to be like, oh yeah, no, it's ridiculous. This is such a fuck stream to rejoin on. Oh, it's... It really is. I try to make sure that that's the energy, that like if you stepped out, you don't know what you missed, but if you were here the whole time, you still didn't miss anything. It's just crazy. It's the bullshittery. But yeah, no, we were very surprised because denim should not be allowed within the Grimdark Distillery. Wet denim is like wearing. There are a few things that I hate as much as wet denim on my body. And that was the other thing, is like, of course we were like, oh, okay, well, you know that it's not like, there's not just one side of denim play, that there's like so many sides. And it's like, you know, someone's like, oh, I like wet denim, and like someone else would be like, you're gonna make me fucking throw up. Like, it's yeah. And initially upon reading it, I will say this, I was like, I just assumed it was all dudes, and I don't mean that in any way. Anyway, I just assume, like, when I hear denim play, I think of leather play, but I just cannot imagine a woman in my head being like, this denim makes me sexy, because of where I live and how denim is 100% a worker's material. And I say that, but then I was like, oh, well, I mean, Megan Thee Stallion kind of like a character with some insanely tight denim. It's like I can see where the kink comes from and how it could exist. But it's a weird thing that the denim is the. I guess that's the other thing. Distillery is not. Oh no, we are not OSHA compliant by any means. Eli's okay. Buy like denim. Okay. Oh shit. This is. By like the denim matrix kink, and the denim matrix film has huge. Oh yeah, Eli's vats are too full of catboy pee and puppy girl piss for you to safely traverse this place. Those vats are not watertight. It's not OSHA compliant. You're in the weird pod by the machines, and you're just getting dumped by. Imagine you're in a jigsaw trap. Yeah, no, that's it. It's just that's it. I'm so glad. Thank you all. It's that. It's like, man, I know that this is good. This is good. This is good material. I just need someone to understand, like, to see the vision of why this is so funny. But yeah, no, the Distillery is definitely. It's not a cult, but it's kind of a cult. And cat boys are highly prized. A fisherman spots his own, I suppose. But yeah, the thing that got me all confused about was, I didn't even think about it, but yeah, like, that was one of the main things that people wanted to talk about with me and my wife when I was in, like, the UK for, like, our wedding, was like, oh, like horse races. And it's just like, dude, I don't give a shit about horses. Like, but like my state is known for that because of the Derby. Anywho, I would assume that a pony would be the biggest, like after, you know, fox and kitty. But then you cut it and you're like, okay, maybe pony is so popular that it's its own thing. Where does the line stop? Like, when, like, how did they, we need to do, there needs to be another consensus. We need to, like, we need to figure this out. We're going to do the math. I'm going to be the difference that I want to see in the world. Tell us about your kink. And I'll just be Margot, like a Confess-a-Bear, but looks like Margot. Can Billy also have an emo haircut from the 2010s? Oh, hell yeah. Is denim the new grimdark hobby material phase, like slap chop? Maybe. Imagine Hellraiser, but they're all in denim. Yeah, no. Do you want to play a game? Sure, but like, why are my jeans wet? Oh, that's how the game starts. Is this pee? Does that matter? Yeah, no, unhinged. But that was the first line. The first sentence was denim play. Denim play, sometimes referred as denim matrix play. And Man, what a wonderful line to read. It just hope, creativity. Look, yeah, look at this. Like, we don't even need sex here. This is we found a new word from the Kinctionary, and we're making whole new genres. Let's see AI do that, huh? You don't appreciate your life. You have 13 minutes to get your wallet out of those skinny jeans. Shit is Raymond fuck. You don't appreciate life. Your wallet out of those skinny jeans. Live or die, make a choice. Is that how you want to die, Raymond? On your knees? Behind some pet store? Dude, man, I fucking love Fight Club. Such a good book, such a good movie. That was a Fight Club reference, I'm assuming. If not, then it's probably another. Oh wait, no, I mean fuck, that's also Jigsaw. This is Fight Club? No, it's not like Jigsaw at all, actually. Jigsaw and Saw are nothing like Fight Club, kinda. I guess it just depends. It's a matter of perspective. I'm not saying no, they're not anything like each other. Kind of. There's some similarities. At the end of the day, my feet are soft. They look cute. They look great. And they don't look like an insane person took a sander to their heel anymore. And that's good because it really hurt. When you just like I'm not gonna pretend I'm a human being for a while. You're like, I have to do like maintenance, but like you let your feet get to the point that they're like almost like an elephant. Like elephant. Okay, hold on. There already is a bunch of denim and there's so much denim in Fight Club. Fight Club is just a denim matrix film. It kind of is. Fight Club might be in the denim matrix universe, canonically. I'm trying to think of like what all would be in the denim matrix. I love how this stream is just Eli desperately trying to do hobby, and the entire purpose of the test is to derail that. That really, I can't stress that any other way. That is how my favorite streams go, is I am desperately trying to hobby, but I'm having a wonderful time the whole time with people just talking to me about the weirdest shit and entertaining my insane thought process. But yeah. It's 9:50. I'll tell you guys this because it's kind of. I'm not gonna tell you this. Kelly would be angry. I don't know. I'm not. It's funny. Nah. I'll hold off. I'm gonna hold off on that one. You want a fucked rabbit hole? What now? You want a fucked rabbit hole? I mean, that kind of is. And then again, when that, I don't want that on, that's not good on shirts. That would be really not good. I want a fucked rabbit hole. RedWetSkeleton. What did he say about that? Also, someone recently, was just like, man, I like this Godling shirt. And it was just that one about with Margot talking about someone getting punched and turning into a RedWetSkeleton. And I'm just like, I can't stress how pumped I would be if I saw someone wearing a shirt with my cat on it. Like, and I did not know. Like, that's so good. Why is Sonic the Hedgehog an inflation fetish so deeply intertwined the second you Oh yeah, no, I can't. I can tell you why. Do you want to know? Do you want to know the answers, or do you just like the mystery? Because I can tell you why. Because I unfortunately have gone down that rabbit hole, and it's fucking wild. What do you mean? You know? What do you mean? I've The internet is just a wild place, and I have always been, oh man, you guys didn't, oh, well, you probably got it in a little camera. God, send Chris Chan to this man's house immediately. No, zero of that. It's just, I just grew up in the time that the internet did not exist. So it's just like if you're on the internet while it's like forming, it's just the early days of the internet were just fucking wild. And the amount of shit that you just 1,000 curses upon you, they are already on me. I am curse proof because I did it to myself. It's just yeah, very desensitized. But the Sonic the Hedgehog thing, it's a game. There's a game. It's a fucking like I don't think it's not a real game. It's a fake game that someone made that I don't think you actually play anything. It's more of like it just happens to you. But it revolves around Sonic getting impregnated. I can find it. I can find it and put it in the Discord if you guys want it. It's deranged as hell. If you just, I mean, it's on YouTube, but if you just like look up Sonic, early internet was honestly way better than now internet. Oh, absolutely. And I've thought about that. Like the more and more like Alan and I talk about like making stuff together, because he is like the other person that like I guess at this point the only one who's like still around that like grew up with me watching this, so we have very much the same sense of humor, the same kind of like derangedness. But there's just something so different about that time period. Early internet was honestly goatsy. Yeah. I don't. Are you guys familiar with? There was a show. I mean, it's fucking obscure, but this is like early 2000s. It was called Girl Talk, and I think I've probably talked about that before. But like, Alan called in one time and actually like the fucking episode, like he's one of the guys that calls in. It's so fucking funny. It's just weird shit like that. That's like that was a thing that could happen. Like in that weird time period, just where things were connecting but not as connected. Very, very strange. We live in a weird world. Speaking of goatsy, Lords, the house that Lords built, there is an image of goatsy in that. You may or may not have known that if you're familiar with the band Lords. Wow, yeah. I like Lords. The house that Lords built was a sick album. And then I did a little bit of glue. I think I've become numb to the smell of it because like it's not, I don't smell it, which is good, but also makes me kind of sad that I'm like, is it just like inside me? Is that smell just inside me now? You know what I mean? I feel like something else recently happened that was very fucking funny. The Goatee K jewelry necklace, absolutely wild. What? Oh, wait, no, actually, I think I do. Yeah, it was like that wasn't an actual, like, it's not supposed to be that, but it's just like they made something and it's just like, you all know that looks like Goatsy, right? If I'm assuming correctly and thinking of the same thing. Kaylee, the 100% authentic official Goatsy tie-over K Jewelers necklace is one of my favorite pieces in this collection. It truly is one of the pieces that makes it worth so much. Blah, 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 blah. Trying to throw it in that little hole and it's just not getting in there. Come on. Get in the hole. Do it. Get in the hole. There we go. Yeah, it's like two hands holding either side of a heart. Yeah, yeah, so it looks like a butt. Yep. Absolutely not in what they intended, but it's just like, did nobody with access to the internet review this before you guys move forward? I love stuff like that. I just love when people like who don't understand how the internet is leave things up to. I like when I leave anything up to the internet, I am fully trying to embrace the chaos goblins and let nature and all of it just work itself out in a very nihilistic kind of way. But the idea that people don't do that they like, hey, I'm going to ask the internet for their advice on something with like a product, and they don't expect it to come back as a bunch of insane shit like that's wild. Like, I assume that's the only time that like you're just like, let's go to the community, is when you want to hear the most deranged, upsetting stuff, because that's what I like. I think that's how a community should be. It's like Sam. Sam was just like, I don't know, man. Like, which that's a whole nother bit. How do you a riddle? What demographic is just almost fucking impossible to track. On actual metrics. Anyhow. Yep. What was I saying? Lost my train of thought. I don't know. Lost my train of thought. Fuck it. I like a doodle of it once, and it was very funny. But my favorite is the Kermit hand puppet goatsy. Oh, yeah, that's good. I completely forgot about a story that I got to explain to my wife the other day. And I don't think I told this story on here. But it was about... and I was wrong. It was not a 7x2. It was an 8x10. 8x10 printed pieces of paper that we used to like to make big collages out of, where you would take an image and you would make it very, 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 very big in like MS Paint or like whatever else, and then you would print it. But the printer, you set the printer to where it doesn't give a fuck, and it just does what it has to make that. So it just prints. It prints it across like 16 pages, and then you cut what you need to, and you tape it together, and you then have this giant fucking like blanket picture. And I completely forgot that at one point in time we did that with a nightmarish picture of our buddy's face, which was called Normac Dick, which was his name spelled backwards. But I can't do it, but I will do a brief. Essentially, he would put his glasses into his eyelids like this, pull it down so you see the whites of his eyes, and then he would put the glasses on so it holds his eyelids down and open so you see all that red, and then roll his eyes into the back of his head and then stick out his tongue. It was a horrifying image. And that was his doppelganger. We took a picture of that and we printed it out about this big, and we taped it to the windshield of this guy that lived in Ed's neighborhood's car in the night. And that was going to be funny. But what became really funny was it snowed that night. So, and he was an upperclassman. So there's a whole bunch of things about it that were just really funny. But the main thing was remembering the next day, having forgotten like what we did. The next day, it's like he comes in like late, and he's just like, "What the fuck?" And it's just like, my car wouldn't fucking start, and then this fucking scary face under all this fucking snow. It's just like, yeah, that's good. But yeah, my wife got to learn that story the other day. And I was like, oh yeah, we did this, because someone at the bar was like, "Hey, remember that thing you guys did with the picture?" And I was like, "I was just talking about that." And they're like, no, the other thing, not the one where we made his neighbors think that there was a serial killer watching their house. And I mean, just kinda. They're not entirely wrong. They could have been right. Bum 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 bum. I'm just kidding. I eat a lot of cereal, but I wouldn't call myself a serial killer. Dark, I don't know if you're still here with us. If you are, I don't know if I mentioned this yesterday, but the humor that Possum pointed out, that the moment I mentioned OnlyFans and feet in an Instagram story is like when I got hit up about marketing my art. And it's just like, there is something that is so hilarious to me about being so bad at like communicating that it's easier for me to get attention talking about starting an OnlyFans for my feet and hoping that they'll look at my pictures before, as opposed to being like, look at what I can make. And that's very silly to me. I think we're good. I think I'm gonna let this dry, and I think we're gonna probably do one more spritz or two, and then I think we're going to start doing oils on this thing, and then I can move on up to the next one. Yeah, no, I think that's good. I think this is good. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. It's wonderful to have you guys. I love having the group in, and if there's a time like that works better for everybody, like truly, I love hanging out and talking. So let me know. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Possum, Dark Isles, Mowgli, Dark Isles, Eli, my partner, thought they saw a cat because of your mic. What? Are any of the cats on? Oh, they are. Here's my son Theodore. I'll get him. Hey, Bug Bug. Hey. Come here. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's my baby boy. This is my sweet baby son. He's the best boy in the world. Here he is. Boop, 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 boop. He says, "Hey everyone, I'm Theodore. Thanks for coming to the show. I'm ready to go, Dad." He's making biscuits. He's just a big old baby. He is an angel. I'm gonna kiss you till you look at that camera. Look at that camera, you cute little thing. He says, "No, I won't do it. I don't want to look at the camera. No." Oh, Theodore. All right, my boy. And Margot is, I believe, upstairs. Let me double check. Excuse me? Okay, well, I'll put you up here and we'll say goodbye to everybody. Yeah, Mowgli, Possum, Dark, thank you guys so much. An absolute day-making event. Oh, wonderful. Thank you. Glad to hear. Wonderful to have you with us again. No, it's always wonderful chatting. But yeah, Mowgli, Possum, don't you try to jump, young man. You little rascal. You little rascal. I think that's everybody. Mowgli, Possum, Dark. Boop, 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 boop. Yes. Thank you guys so much. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other. Your time is the most important thing that you have. The fact that you want to spend any of it at all with me truly means the world to me. So yeah, thank you guys. Pleasure to be back. Catching screams, absolutely. No, absolutely. I'm so happy to have you back. Yeah, until next time. Take care, everybody. Bye, everyone. Bye, friends. You be careful. You're gonna wiggle right out of there, young man.